questions regarding the swabbing or the swabs that you took on that day. If we can refresh, is it correct, Warrant Officer, that you told this court that you did the swabbing on bedroom 1?
Bedroom yes, that is correct. You have a way to this. Ngenga swaba kona lapayana we bedroom yokala.
Where else did you took swabs inside the house?
We love swaba kai hape kamaharantu.
It's bedroom 1, swabbed from the door handle and marked swab 1 and swab 2.
Gale ushwanja loke uthi kwi bedroom yokala wa swaba kona waseke uya beka uphawu lapho ukuthi swab 1 and swab 2 we handle yakhona.
It's a dry swab and dry swab, swab 1, wet swab, swab 2.
Shothi ke uma enza eswaba kanjalo swaba lokuqala kwakuswaba okomile okanye phezulu into eyomile kanti ke lokhu kwesibili kwasetshenziswa ke okumanzi ukuswaba.
Madi aswabile ka swab 3, dry swab, and swab 4, it's a wet swab.
Now the blood, it was swabbed with a swab 3, and then there was also a swab 4, which was a dry swab.
Madi afumane in sitting room.
Now this is the blood that was found in the sitting room.
On the floor.
That is on the floor.
Okay, Warrant Officer, I think I must, direct you to where I want you to give answers. In the bathroom, or the bathroom door, did you took swabs?
Hari mnyako wa bathroom wile wa swaba mo.
Ki swabile bathroom door handle and kamaka the swab as exhibit swab 7 and swab 8.
The bathroom door handle, I did mark there. I actually did the swabbing and also marked S7 and S8. Otige korolapana gule emnyango wase bathroom. Genza amaswab kona lapho. Gaseke ngi bega amaphawu lapho amayelana ke nalawo maswab. S7 no S8.
Okay. You see, Warrant Officer, the bedroom opposite the bathroom door. Did you take swabs in that bedroom?
Bedroom bathroom. Bathroom. I could not, or I did not take the swabs based on certain reasons.
What are your reasons? What are your reasons?
Mabakaho ilaba afing.
Ka ho sebedisa kelello ya ka ya jwalo ka setsibi ke ile ka nka qeto ya hore mohlomong family e ka tlung ka balaela hore ba se ka thetsa letho ka tlung ba ka sebedisa bedroom e le main bedroom hobane ha ke a thola dintlha e ameya ketsalo.
Well, as a knowledgeable person, I relied on my knowledge to say that the occupants of the house should instead use the main bedroom or frequent into the main bedroom because I did not receive instructions to can do the swapping on the main bedroom. Manje ke njengomuntu onolwazi ngikwazileke ukunika kulokho ukuthi uyabona kule bedroom enkulu abantu abahlala lapha endlini bangakwazi ukuthi bayisebenzise leyo bedroom ngoba azange ngithole ke ukuqondisa ukuthi ngiye khona lapho kuleyo bedroom ufike ngiswaphe khona.
Warrant Officer, I must put it to you that your knowledge is flawed because you were there as a forensic investigator.
Ke beya go wena gore tsebo ya hao e ka reng ile ya phonyega masuba mohlomong ha ke ka sebedisa lentswe leno hobane o ne o le mo le jwale ka motho ya fuputsang go ya ka forensic.
Ke hanana le seo ka ha ke sebeletsa hodima dintlha tse ke di tholang ha ke le ka tsalo.
I disagree with that because my execution of duties is based on the instructions that I received or the points that had been allotted to me to cover during my investigations.
From whom did you receive the instructions?
We ile wa fumantswa tataiso go tswa kae ka ke mang a leng a o fa dintlha tse di buang ka tsona?
Ha hona motho a mfileng dintlha. Ke sebedisa dintlha tse ke di fumaneng ha ke botsisisa ka se etsahetseng ketsahalo moo.
There isn't any other person in particular that gave me instructions, but I use the facts that I may have collected or that I may have picked up during my investigations as I interview the occupants in the house.
When you were there at the scene, did you interview any of the witnesses?
How no le mo le tulong ya ketsahalo ho na le batho ba ileng ba botsa dipotso mo?
Ho jwalo.
It is indeed so. Uthi yebo ngekathi ngilaphayana endaweni esigameko bakhona abantu ngingababuza imibuzo.
Who are the witnesses that you interviewed?
Ke dipaki tse feng tseno tse leng hore o ile wa di botsa dipotso kapo dipaking nyaweng
ka ne ke sa ka hara bona ne ke tseba motho a le mong ke ne ke sa tsebe mabitso a bona ntle le Kelly Khumalo empa nka a ke sa na bonnete ba hore ke ofeng ke mo botsitseng.
I am uncertain about who in particular did I interview or ask questions because those people that were there, I didn't know them except for Kelly. So amongst them, there's one of them that I had interviewed. Uthi kubo labo bantu bebelapho kukhona omnye ongengambuza imibuzo kodwa ke bengabazi laba bantu ngaphandle kaKelly Khumalo.
From whom did you get the information that at the first bedroom, Kelly went into that bedroom and the intruder followed her?
Tlhahiso leseding eno ya hore phaposing ya pele ke eo e leng hore Kelly o ile ka ho yona le eno mo keneli ka ntlong a be a mo latela. Tlhahiso leseding eo o e fumane kae?
Ha ke fihla ketsahalong ya sebaka ke lebane le maponesa a teng.
When I got to the scene of the incident, I interacted with the police that were available there. Mina ngithenge mangifika endaweni yesigameko ngase ngibonana namaphoyisa abe khona kuleyo ndawo yesigameko.
Warrant Officer, the reason why I'm concerned about the bedroom where you did not take swabs is because there is evidence before this court that Tumelo Madala, after the gunshot went off, he ran into that bedroom where he did not take swabs.
Ya bona he hona le bopaki bo tsweng khotleng la dinyewe mona hore itse ha o qhoma sethunya khatla la pele eno a Tumelo Madlala ke ha mathela ka phapusinyane ya ho robala e leng hore wena ha wa ka wa etsa di swap go yona.
Ke lebisa ho fuputsa haka ho batatlapi eseng batho ba fihlileng ka ba tholahetseng ka mo ka nkare ke di victim.
My investigations are actually directed towards the perpetrators more than the victims. Manje ke ushuthi mina mangiphenya angiphenyi isulu ngiphenya laba ke abangeneleli khona lapha endlini.
So it did not occur to you that the witnesses might be suspects?
ha wa ka ba etsala ho wena hore ena hane ntwe hore di paki e ka ba ba belaelwa
ho jwalo morena
ha wa etsahala it didn't cross my mind that there would be suspects uthi cha zange kwenzeke kimi okanye azange ungifikele lokho ukuthi laba aba okuyisulu kungenzeka ukuthi kube abasona.
You also told this court yesterday that you did not take any swabs at the kitchen door.
We ile wa jotsa go tla mabane gore ha wa ka wa ka di swap hona mane monyakong wa kitchen.
ho jwalo morena
It is indeed so. Tiyebo kuyiqiniso lokho ngiyitshela inkantolo izolo ukuthi azange ngithathe amaswap kulesicapha sase kitchen.
Warrant officer, why you did not take swabs at the kitchen door?
Warrant officer ubane ngosaka wa nka di swap monyakong wa kitchen.
ho ya ka dintlha tse ke di fumaneng monyako wa kitchen o sebeditse haholo le ka morao hore ketsahalo e etsahale monyako wa kitchen o no sebediswa haholo le nna ke bankile nako hore ba nthuse ka ketsahalo ke responde ka bonako.
Now, the reason being, I received the facts or I received the information that pertains to the usage of that kitchen door, that it was frequently or used a lot. And even before I could be informed or summoned to the place, that door had been frequently or overly used. Manje ke mina ke sizathu senza ukuthi mhlawumbe ngingathathi amaswap khona laphana kulo yamnyango wase kitchen ukuya ke ngabaqiniso ngiwatholile ukuthi ke lo mnyango wase kitchen wasetshenziswa kakhulu na phambi kokuthi ngize ngiyofika lapho kuleyo ndawo ngase senzile ukuthi lo mnyango usebenze kakhulu.
Warrant officer, do you confirm that you also took swabs 5 and 6?
Wa netefatsa gore o ile wa etsa swap 5 and 6?
ho jwalo morena
Yes, I confirm. Tiyebo kunjalo swap 5 and 6 ngiye ngayithatha nayo.
The other swabs that you took was swabs 3 and 4.
Tse ding di swap tse leng wa di nka ke 3 and 4.
ho jwalo morena
It is indeed so, yes. Uthi yebo amanye amaswap ngwathatha u3 no 4.
We have dealt with the swabs 3 and 4. Can you go through and read for the record swabs 5 and 6? Of the statements or affidavits of Warrant Officer Mthatha.
Mailana le 5 and 6 statement e kapo affidavit ya Warrant Officer Mthatha.
swap 5 collected dry swap from the kitchen tile wall.
Kusho ke kanjalo ukuthi swap 5 yathathwa khona laphana ebondeni kanti ke kwakuyi swap eumile ke le yathathwa khona ngase kitchen
for possible human blood.
Lokho ke kwakube ukuthi igazi lomuntu likhona khona lapho khonakala kwegazi lomuntu,
Skin epithelial cells and DNA.
kanti ke nokuthi ingxenye zesikhumba nofuzo lapho seshukwe khona ke iDNA, sikhuluma ngeDNA.
With collection kit number 14 DCAB0834 and the kit sealed in forensic evidence bag number PA 4001841741754.
Kanti ke yayivaliwe ke lesikhwamana lesi sobufakazi sasivaliwe, and then sasine collection kit number ethi 14 DCA B084. Kanti ke yona leyo kit ibevaliwe njenge forensic evidence bag yanikezwa leyo number ethi PA 411841754.
And swab 6 collected wet swab from the kitchen tiled wall for possible human blood and DNA, sealed in swabbing evidence collection kit number 14DCAB0834, and a kit sealed in forensic evidence bag number PA 40018417754.
Masiza kwi swap 6 yona ke kwakusetshenziswa ke e swap emanzi emayelana nale ndawo esekishini kulama thayila asebondeni kanti ke khona ke kwakubhekwa ukuthi ngabe igazi lomuntu likhona khona lapho kuleyo ndawo kanti ke nezingxenye zesikhumba ne DNA konke lokho ke kwakusetshenziswa e collection kit number 14DCA B0834. Emva kwalokho ke kwaba ukuthi le ngxenye zobufakazi zifakwa khona laphayana ke ekulela saka lobufakazi isaka lele forensic elithi PA 401841754.
So the swabs, that is 5 and 6, you took them from the kitchen wall.
Jwale swab 5 and 6 urinkile liboteng la kitchen. It is so, yes. Yebo lama swab awu 2 5 no 6 ndiwathathe khona laphana ebondeni lase kitchen.
Where exactly in the kitchen?
Kai hantle ka kitchen.
Kinki ark, it's a passage from the kitchen.
At the ark that leads to the passage from the kitchen. Uthi khona laphana kule ark engenela e passage uma uqhamuka e kitchen.
Are you able to estimate, Warrant Officer, from the floor level, how far was it where you detected blood?
Six and 7.
Are we referring to swap 6 and 7?
Swab 6 and 7.
5 and 6.
5 and 6. Or 5 and 6.
Yeah.
I can estimate plus minus 2 meters. Plus minus 2 meters from the floor.
I can estimate plus minus 2 meters from the floor altogether. I estimate plus minus 2 meters.
291.
Was that, Warrant Officer, was that dry blood or it was still wet?
Because?
Was it wet blood or it was dry?
Okay. Inele Maria Joang a omme kapo ameti.
Inele Maria ase ang a omme.
That was blood that was dry. Manje uthi lelo gazi lapho bekuyigazi selilomi.
Ke ka ho kusebeditseng a wet swab.
And that is why I actually used a wet swab. Kunga leyo ndlela ke engcine sengisebenzisa iswab le emanzi.
Was it spots of blood or it was one spot of blood? Can you remember?
Inele mafafatsane ama limono kapo inele fela spot selising samadi.
Ya bonahala ho page 91 inele di drop tsinyane tsa madi.
It is depicted in photo number 91 that it was smaller droplets of blood. Kuyabonakala ke ku leso sithombe ukuthi kwakuyi amachaphaza nje wegazi amancane.
Let us go to exhibit X11 on page 20. Under column 7, where it is indicated the first column disease and the results, under results, you see where I am, Warrant Officer? You see where I am, Warrant
Yes,
Officer?
I'm
Yes,
with you.
thank you.
Yes, I can see that.
Included EF swab 12 mouth of Henneken can, right left hand swabs, blood swab 3 and 4 floor next to the TV stand, blood 6 kitchen tile wall. What do you understand by that?
Why you could see someone for the Hoken same swap 12 Okra Mulumung Hanneken, Kenya Ting, RL hand right, left hand swap, blood swap, what you gonna get? 3 and 4, Hotra Fatin, how Philly Standesa TV, swap Yamadi, 6, Kureke swap Yabi 6, Hudma Tailia kitchen. Obolela oreng mo. Tlhalosa oreng.
Le ha ke sena bonnete ke nahana hore ke di results tsa DNA ho tswa ho forensic science laboratory.
Now, even though I may not be certain about this, but I'm thinking that these are the results of the DNA from the forensic science laboratory. Tigena noma ke ngingenaqiniso kodwa ke ngicabanga ukuthi imiphumela le eqhamuka khona laphayana kwi laboratory of forensic science.
Would I be correct, Warrant Officer, to give the interpretation that swab 3 and 4, which was found on the floor next to the TV stand, match that of the deceased?
Jwale e ka be ke nnete hore swab 3 and 4 e leng ya fumaneha fatshe haufi le TV stand. E swab tse leng hore kapa sample ya teng e tshwana le ena ya mofu kapa lero la mofu ha o etsa diteko tsona.
Ke bona jwalo. Ke tshepa jwalo.
I trust so. I think so. Manje ke ngibona kanjalo ukuthi I swab 3 and 4 iyafana ke ne sample ke eka mufi uma kwenza lezo ivivinyo.
Will I also be correct, Warrant Officer, to give the interpretation that according to the results, blood swab 6, which you found or took on the kitchen tile wall, matched that of the deceased?
Ebe ke nnete gore ha o etsuwa di swab mane ho swab 6 tsentsweng le boteng le tsona ebile sample e tshwanang le mofu
Ho utlwahala.
ha o tlhagala ka jwalo.
Ke na dintlha tse totobetseng maelana le di results.
Well, I hear you. I do not have supporting evidence or supporting facts pertaining the results, the DNA results. I hear you though. Tiyebo ngiyakuzwa. Ayikangaka ukuthi ngiyavumelana ngoba ke amaqiniso aphelele amayelana ke nemiphumela yama DNA anginawo.
Warrant Officer, while you were still at the crime scene, did you get any information about where the deceased was when he was shot?
Ha o no le gona mane tulong ya ketsagalo o ile a fumana tlhaiso leseding ya gore mofu o ne a le kae ka nako eo e leng gore o ile a thunywa ka yona. O ile wa fumana tlhaiso leseding e jwalo?
Ho ya ka dintlha tse ke di fumaneng ketsahalo e etsahetse kitchening le ha ke latela the exhibit.
Well, based on the information that I had received, the incident transpired in the kitchen. Even when I do my follow-ups or investigations on the exhibits, they led me to that. Mina ke amaqiniso ngiwathole laphayana lokho ulwazi engilithole khona laphayana isigameko senzeke ngasekitchen nanoma ke sengichecka ingxenye zobufakazi zazi ngiholela khona lapho ekutheni isigameko senzeke ekitchen.
Is there any information you received, Warrant Officer, as to where exactly the deceased was in the kitchen when he was shot at?
Ebe hona le tlhahiso leseding e itseng e wileng wa ifumana hore one ale kai hantle ka haro kitchen ka mono ha ke tsahalo eno ine e etsahala khatlong.
Kitchen inyane haholo.
The kitchen is too small or too confined.
Then o latela ka mo nka reconstructang crime scene ka teng. Bona hore the 16 afura le tsemnyako a le bo hareng ba kitchen.
Well, based on my reconstruction of the crime scene, my inference would be that the deceased could have had his back against the kitchen door, somewhere towards the center of the kitchen. Ngendlela ke mina ngibona ngakhona ukuthi okanye mase ngizama ke ukuthi ngiphinde ngakhe leso sigameko engqondweni yami kubuka ngathi lona umufi umhlanu wakhe ubebhekele nomnyango futhi ubeflathela umnyango wase kitchen kanti ke kwangathi ubemile nje ukuyela emaphakathini we kitchen.
What is the estimation that you could give from where the deceased was standing and the kitchen door?
Joale ebe papiso ka fanyona ma bapile mo mufu aneng ale teng le monyako wa kitchen. I will have to refer through the photographs here and the witnesses perusing through the file here to get ukuze ngikwazi ukuphendula lapho kuzomele ke ngibheke khona la kulezi izithombe kanti ke uloku yaphenya phenya nefile yakho.
Is photo 15 not going to be of assistance to you?
Ebe photo 15 as no two.
Yes, 15 can too.
Yes, 15 will help me. Yeah, but this is Tombe. So that's number 15.
So let us revisit my question that I asked you earlier. From where the deceased was standing to the door, what approximate distance will you attach to that?
The witness is now being asked questions outside his expertise and is expected to speculate. We submit, my lord, that that is an unfair question to the witness. He is not a ballistic expert.
Yes, Mr. Rama.
My daughter will withdraw that question because Mangena is still coming.
Hello?
Mangena is still coming. I'll withdraw that question.
You withdraw it?
Yes.
Okay.
Warrant officer, is there any blood spots that you find behind the door?
Chair.
No. Where come I
So the only swabs that you took with blood are the ones at 3 and 4, 5 and 6.
Ke tsona di swap fela tse o di nkileng tse ne di gona mane go 3 and 4 le 5 and 6. It is so, yes. Yebo kuyiqiniso amasapo ngathathile 3 and 4 le yandawo 3 and 4 nakule yandawo 5 and 6. Ubona amaswapo engawathatha.
Just one question, Warrant Officer. When you took the swabs on the door hangers, do you take swabs on the inner, that is the inside of the door hanger and the outside, or you only take the swabs on the outside part of the door hanger?
Jwale ha o nka diteko jwalo ka potsa di swapo handling emnyako. Ebe o etsa di swapo tseno kantle handling e kantle go mo ona monyako ono ka go o etsa handling e ka hare go monyako ka bo ilaisa fela kantle fela.
Ke etsa handling e kantle go purpose.
I actually do the swabs or the swabbing on the handle on the outside part of the door, that is on the outside of that particular room in which that door is. Jwale kahle kahle ke uma ngenza lama swap lawa ngwenza ngaphandle komnyango kuleyo handle hayi kule ngxenye yehandle engaphakathi kwesicaba.
Is there any reasons, warrant officer, that make you or cause you not to take the swabs on the inside of the door handle, the inner part?
Ebe lebaka le bile teng la hore o ske wa nka di swapo handling e ka hare.
Ke latela a ke etsa diphuputso ke latela metsamayo ya di suspect ha di le mo ke a botsa hore na di entse jwang tsa thetsa kae ha etsalang then ke dula hodima tsetse ka ntle ka lebaka leo.
When I do the swabbing, I actually follow the movements of the suspect. My inquiries will be to the effect that up to how far did the suspects go in a particular area. Then my investigations will be based on such movements that the suspects have only gone up to the outside of the door, and that's when I would be doing the swabbing.
There appears to be a misunderstanding of the council's question. Council's actually means if this is the door handle, do you take swabs both on the inside and the outer part of the door handle?
He's referring to two handles.
To two handles, the one on the outside and the one on the inside.
Yes, I understand.
Yes, the question has been answered, thank you. Let us move on now, warrant officer, to another aspect on photo 18 and 19 of Exhibit D.
Area 18 and 19, Exhibit B. I've got the photo.
That door, warrant officer, the door of the kitchen, is it a solid door or is it a door with a panel, the one which has a space in between?
Le mati le hao shobale. Ebe ke le mati le leng hore le felletse ha le a ahiwa ka di karolo tse itseng tsa maplanka wa utlwisisa ke le mati le ke ka mantswe a mang ke ntho e tjena e solid. Kapo ho bona le ka reng hona le di panel ho nkile di karolo tse itseng tsa maplanka tsa aha le mati leo.
Oh, edge ya le mati ke solid wood and bohare ba le mati ho bonahala hore bona le space in between.
The edge of the door, it's the wood. I should think the style. It's the wood, and the inside. Yeah, that is the middle. It looks like there is an opening or a cavity between the two layers of the door. That is on the bigger panel. It appears there is a cavity inside.
Yesterday you told this court that the bullet was not launched in that the hole. There was no bullet launched in the hole.
Maobane o ile a hlalosa taba eno hore ho ne ho sena bullet ka hare ho monyako o.
Ke hlalositse hore ke lemohile hore bullet ha ya feta monyako ka nahana hore o ka tsala ha ya tswa ha ina exit kana hore mohlomong e ka thola tsela ya hore e be e felle ka hare hobane ka ba ka tracer movement wa teng.
Yesterday I explained that upon my investigations, given the fact that I couldn't see the exit hole of the bullet, I then concluded that it is possible that it may have diverted to the inside or fallen within the crevice of the door.
Was there a hole?
No, hona le leso.
On the outside it was
Not on the outside. On the outside there was no hole.
I mean, why there is that damage, was there a hole?
Mo hona le tshenyo mo. Hona le leso.
ka ha e ne e le bosibu a ke a ka ka lekudisa hantle.
Since it was in the night, I did not give a closer look or a proper look. Tike njengoba kwasebusuku azange sabhekisisa kahle ukuthi mhlambe kwakhona imbobo lapho yabona la kulo monakalo ubonakala la noma cha.
But on the following morning, we went there. Did you check?
Impa letsatsi le latelang hoseng o ile wa ya hona moo hape o ile wa sheba
ka ke ne se ke na le thuso ya bobedi ho bile bonolo hore ba nthuse re trace motsamao wa kulo ka morao moo e la ba ha re sa tswela pele.
Now, given the fact that I now had the secondary assistant or assistants, we were then able to trace the movement of the bullet, and thereafter we didn't continue. Tike ngenxa ukuthi ngase se ngithole usizo mhlawumbe lwesibili okanye usizo lukhona ukuthi lizongisiza ukuthi siphenye indlela ke mhlawumbe ehambe ngakhona sikwazile ukukwenza lokho kodwa ke azange saqhubekela phambili.
The damage warrant officer at that door, would it not assist you in tracing the trajectory, that is the movement of the bullet?
Wabona tsi emnyako bona hayaka ya uthusa gore o latele motsamao kapo trajectory ya kulo eo.
You would agree with me that, warrant officer, there are two damages there at the door. There's the one on the right. It looks like it's a brace, then it peeled the door, causing those small pieces there at the door.
Otla dumelana le nna hore go bona le ka reng hore ditshino di pedi mo nna bona bona le mo ka reng fela le matilena le la phumula bona le mo go hlalla di phetsunyana mo tsa patsi tsa mna
Ho bonahala.
It is evident, yes. Tiyebo kuyabonakala ngathi lo mnyango ulimele kakhulu khona indawo ezothula umnyango ulimele khona khona la ngathi nje uke wathi ukusuleka lo mnyango kade khona nje nezizo zenkuni evela khona lapha la kule ndawo yomonakalo.
Would that not suggest the movement of the trajectory of the bullet when it was fired?
Jwale tsinyo no ineke ke be ya office tshwantsho sa tsela e o leng gore kulo ile a tsama ka teng.
Investigation ya bosibu ha e tshwane le investigation ya motshehare. Ke ka ho leng bohlokwa hore ha ke processitse crime scene ke boye ke khutlele hape ka nako ya motshehare hore ke o fiela mo ke sa fiela.
The investigation that is conducted in the night is not the same as the investigation that is conducted in the day. That is why it is important that after I have done the preliminary investigation that I should do a secondary investigation the following day so that I can then be able to cover areas that I couldn't have covered previously. Manje ke uma uphenyo lwenza ubusuku akufana noma uphenyo lwenza emini. Kungalokho ke ngikwazi ukuthi ngenze uphenyo mhlambe ebusuku kanti nakusasa emini ngihambe futhi ngiyokwenza lolo phenyo kwenza isiqiniseko ke sokuthi ngiyakwazi ukuphenya naku kwezinye indawo la ngingakwazanga ukuthi ngifike khona.
Warrant officer, two police officers arrived in the evening of the 26th of October 2014. They did, according to Matebula, that is Sergeant Matebula, he did a diligent search in the kitchen. There was no bullet that was found. He did not only look with his naked eyes, he also moved the items in the kitchen.
I don't think there is no understanding, and I think the word diligent is perhaps
there's no evidence like that. I listened to the evidence.
He said he just merely looked with
I
his naked
can
eyes.
even quote you what that gentleman said.
My understanding, my lord, was that he searched, he did.
Am I quoting him correctly? You take a pegenji. That's Zulu. Don't you remember that expression? And then I did this. Then I suggested to you, why don't you ask him about his qualifications as a forensic expert or a forensic gatherer of evidence?
My understanding, my lord, of his evidence was that he did a diligent search. He
You want us
searched
to play it
everywhere.
back? We can play it back.
You can play it back.
Mr. Mnisi and Rapasel, you don't remember the evidence of Tim Kul when he said it, he just used the naked eye.
My lord, I remember there was, even you referred to decolonization
Yes.
of
That's it. And I said,
yes.
we as Africans in South Africa, we argue that we want to decolonize Western knowledge without having the instruments to do that. In other words, we don't use a magnifying glass, for instance. We don't use telescopic apparatus. That was referring to the evidence which he gave when he says,
I think even the prosecution tried to examine him, and he said he searched. Even the court asked him about the ceiling.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you look at the ceiling?
Yes.
Any hole in the ceiling? He said, no, just came. In other words, my mother is Zulu, so I can tell you,
Maybe the record will assist if the court can take a short agenda.
no, no,
because
who gets, you guys get a daily, yeah,
it hasn't.
yeah, read it.
It hasn't arrived at that stage.
Yeah,
The transcription that you have received is not
It's
part
not
of,
there.
of his evidence. Yes.
just check there. Yeah?
Ms. Silape says it's not part of the transcription.
Okay,
that we
what
have.
day was it? You can play it back for us, Mr. Stenographer.
Timothy Matebud, it was on sometime on Wednesday. Wednesday was the 16th. Evidence in chief. Evidence in chief as well as on the re-examination by the state.
You gentlemen, you don't keep notes. Mr. Rappelis, you don't keep notes.
I don't keep notes.
You don't keep notes.
I do, madam, but I do not only rely on my notes, I also rely on my memory.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
don't you have it in your notes?
I do, madam, I do.
So why don't you tell us what you wrote?
He said researched thoroughly. Yes. Researched thoroughly.
Using what?
Uthes Bailey.
Yes, ukunjalo. Never use the word thoroughly, diligently. Never.
But his emphasis, my lord, of the manner in which they searched,
But-
it could be a question of terminological, it could be a question of terminology. But I understood him to mean that they searched thoroughly.
Is that so?
Yes. Although it is
And then
not-
that's why he says he came back for the second time. You remember that evidence? He went first, he searched first, then they left. Then he came back and did the same thing for the second time.
That's correct.
Yes. Sir, do you find the replay? Mr. Baloi, why are you quiet?
You try and find out if you'll be able to find other cartridges that will be from that because the CTC and you will find it.
Ufaka kuyasho ukuthi nani bheka ke iziningi kanti wona senizule ukuthi ifiksile ukuthi ufaka ama-packaging. Yes.
You also say that you searched on the kitchen cupboard on the sink, but still you couldn't locate the cartridges.
Abethe izinto nasesha abazange kule lutho. Yes, we searched.
Now, let's go back to the link.
Yes, there's your evidence, Mr. Mnisi. I searched, not I diligently searched.
You also conduct search specifically. But my lord, the court will also remember that.
No, no, listen. Yeah, he did search, he says that. He used the naked eye. You have it, just read it to us.
My recollection is that he said, "Besibheka nje."
Yeah, bro. I actually acted on the bench here and said, put it at the bag. I did this. You remember that gesture? Why would I use it if a gentleman said I thoroughly searched or diligently searched? Are you getting it, sir?
Is there any progress? Is there any progress? Later.
Maybe we need to add check, man. I don't know whether the exercise are going to be.
No, he's going to find it. Because the three of you don't remember. You don't remember. The gentleman wasn't in court that day. Mr. Balo, you say you do remember. Yeah, so the score is 3-2.
My lord, can you take a short adjournment? Maybe
Okay, it's fine.
we'll come back having located.
Right.